What up, family? Boosie, Charleston White. I got to say, man, it's a ongoing thing. It's something every other week when it comes to Charleston and a Boosie situation. And Charleston White pretty much initiating these situations, fam. Now, we all know that when it comes to Boosie, when it comes to situations, Boosie real head on. And we seen Charleston White speak on Boosie, kids, his son, and a lot of different things that will violate a man to come, your way, come looking for you, right? Now, at the same time, this hip hop game, social media, it's a lot of games being played amongst the culture, fam. Not only is it being played amongst the rappers, but social media influencers, screamers like Aiden Ross, right? Now, if you don't know, Aiden Ross got a relationship with Charleston White. They close. Now, Boosie, fam, and Vlad, they got a close relationship also. Vlad don't get along with Aiden Ross. He didn't even like how this went down, and he spoke on Aiden Ross, taking up for Boosie. Now, what happened was, fam, and Boosie spoke out on this situation because Aiden Ross tried to put Boosie and Charleston White on a podcast together on his program. But he tried to trick Boosie into doing it a couple of hours before the program was to start. And Charleston White knew all this, fam. Wanted to get in the building with Boosie, meet Boosie, however it was going to go down between the two. Fight Boosie like he said he'd been wanting to do. And Boosie said no. You feel me? When it comes to being on that podcast with Aiden Ross. He said Aiden Ross tried to trick him into that situation. And Boosie spoke on Charleston White's mouth not having no filter. He have spoke on some of everything, right? Now, for Boosie to turn this down, when it comes to Charleston White, let you know that Boosie don't want no dealings. It's not no game. It's not no social media type playing things when it comes to him. I think he very serious when it comes to Charleston White. He say he won't speak on Charleston White like talking about because Charleston White have made it clear that he will put the police on him. So Boosie don't want to hurt him like talking about. And like he's saying, Charleston ain't got no filter. He know where he's going to go with it. Now, what possessed Charleston White and Aiden to try to set this up with Boosie? After Charleston White have spoke frank that, hey, if he want to beat Boosie up, this is every week. He want a boxing match. He's saying he can beat Boosie down. Boosie a diabetic. He ain't got it in him. So what made Charleston White think that Boosie would want to do this podcast with him? And let me tell you this. It could have been a dangerous thing because the individuals that surround Boosie, at the snap of a finger, fam, they going to crush Charleston White if he ain't got no security around. A lot of people have told Charleston White, and Charleston White said he was at the, I think it was that comedy incident, that he was going to start having security around him. And I think it's well needed, if he going to play in this game that he playing in, fam. Aiden Ross, they don't be knowing these screamers and really not from the streets. They just playing that social media game. But they ain't never really seen how serious it get between individuals in the hood. They don't really know the field. They don't really know the culture like talking about, fam. He was saying that it would go viral, Aiden Ross, with Charleston White and Boosie. The video, the podcast would have went viral. Would it have went viral? I believe so. It's Charleston White and it's Boosie. There's two of the most viral individuals on social media. But you shouldn't try to slick that in on Boosie like that. When it comes to Charleston White, he pulling up in Charleston White in the place because you can get somebody hurt. And I'm not saying Aiden Ross, Charleston White had to know what was going on because he don't move like that. He knew he was trying to slip in on Boosie on this podcast. I don't know what make you think that after everything you have said about Boosie that he was want to do a podcast with you, fam. It don't make sense. A lot of stuff that Charleston White be on, I question sometimes. People might question my behavior like everybody else. Like, do homie really got all his marbles? You know what I'm saying? Do he actually really want to die out here in the game or get beat up real bad? Because it looked like Charleston White literally found be asking for it half of the time. You dig what I'm saying? And Boosie, like I'm saying, them dudes around Boosie, they is not gonna play at the snap of a finger. If Boosie said that it's going down because they trying to get in good graces with Boosie badass. Aiden Ross, all you screamers, you feel what I'm saying, that's using these rappers and different influences on your podcast, fam, to do bigger things, to just do numbers, to get the money. A lot of times, fam, it's been blood shed in this hip-hop game. It's been people dying. You know what I'm saying? This is a culture to where people move in silence, so to speak, because there's so much go on amongst the culture. Meaning so much violence and crimes. You dig what I'm saying? And when it come to this silent situation that Charleston White now was trying to keep up under the ropes with Boosie coming to this podcast, it could have went totally left, fam. That ain't the way to do it. Boosie said they was trying to trick him, literally his words, into coming into that building doing that podcast with Charleston White. I think Boosie got a heart for Charleston White, though. You understand what I'm saying? And I think he don't want to do nothing to Charleston White, because if he did want to do something to Charleston White, Boosie could have been done something to Charleston White or had somebody do something to him. His money long enough to do it. Do I think Charleston White care about that? Not at all, fam. Do I think Charleston White gonna continue after he see this video with Vlad and Boosie speaking on him? Charleston White is finna go live and say some more things, fam, to rub Boosie in the wrong way. But at the same time, we all know it's only so much any man gonna take from any man. Especially when the way he's speaking on Boosie, like Boosie trying to take all the street cred. Like he ain't really about that. You feel me? Even speaking on the children in the past, his son, Tootie Raw. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm going to keep y'all updated, fam, on situations. But make sure you hit that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm out.